Can I say it again? Some of us have met our Jonathan, but we're envious of our Jonathan, and he ran away. You must deal with envy and jealousy to that point where you too can stand people that are better than you. It's not just about people standing you better than them. Can you stand those who are better than you? If God today bring you to the company of your Jonathan, can you stand Jonathan? Because Jonathan is stainless. Jonathan has been polished. Jonathan is a true definition of royalty. He has bodyguards. He has protocols. He has everything running for him. Can you stand your Jonathan? Ask your neighbor for say, can you stand your Jonathan? Let's get the answer. Say, can you stand your Jonathan? How do you treat people that are smarter than you? How do you treat people that are better than you? I tell our children that in their class, they should look for the best guy and befriend him. If you are a student, look for the best guy in your class and befriend him. Can you stand the best guy in your class? Can you stand his level of excellence? How many times have you met people that are better than you and you are envious of them and you chase them away? Because when you meet your Jonathan, your first 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 outings, he will outdress you. Because from your own wardrobe, when you bring out your best, is his rag. Those are the things he used to mop floor. Can you still go out with him without dropping down your countenance? When you meet your Jonathan, every day you meet him, it is testimony and achievement you'll be hearing that will make you look like God is not on your side. Can you still stand it? These are questions that are very important because we're always saying, God, lead me to the rock that is higher than I. Can you stand rocks that are higher than you? Because if you have not dealt with jealousy and envy in your life, when you meet these people, honestly, you will chase them away with your attitude. Amen. Praise the name of the Lord. I will say, I can stand my Jonathan. Our Adamic nature has the tendency to envy people that have what we want. Our Adamic nature have the tendency to envy people that already have the things we want. Our Adamic nature have the tendency to be jealous of people that are where we want to be. It's an Adamic nature that has to be dealt with consciously, deliberately, intentionally. Your Jonathan might be younger than you and still be more blessed than you. But because it's your Jonathan, God has sent him to be a pillar, to be a catapult, to get you to where you are going. But your envy can chase him away. How do you feel around wealthy people? Are you comfortable when you are around wealthy people? How do you feel? There's a pastor in a place I will not mention. They said that pastor does not want anybody to park car outside his church that is bigger than his car. I said that pastor is already, the devil is dealing with him. So one day, a young man joined their church and he carried one powerful big jeep, bigger than his own jeep, kept parking it. The man got angry. Amen. That pastor is not going to go far. Yeah, he's going to chase away all his Jonathan. Amen. You have to be comfortable to park your Volkswagen beside the G-Wagon of your Jonathan. And still be content. And still be fine. Why? Why? Because you know if God can do it for him, one day God will remember me too. Because you know if God is doing it for my neighbor, God is already in my neighborhood. It will soon be my turn. That's how to think if you're going to be comfortable with your Jonathan. If you can't think that way, you may end up losing your Jonathan. You won't lose your Jonathan. When you stand beside your Jonathan, you should be motivated. You shouldn't be demotivated. God sent them into our lives to motivate us, to challenge us, to bring out the best in us. Are you following me? But if your case is that every time you meet your Jonathan, you are demotivated, you are depressed. He says, let's go, he told you, let's go to the island. I want to introduce you to somebody. So you went to his office in Ikeja. You park your Legacy Benz beside his 2022 G-Wagon, only 3 is in Nigeria, and he has 1. And he said, he told you, follow me, drive your Volkswagen and follow me so I can. And you are depressed already. You have entered into depression. By the time you get to Highland, enter the office, he looks at your container and says, oh, nothing is wrong. You said nothing is wrong, but he knows something is wrong. One day you will find out. That's the truth. May God deliver us from jealousy. May God deliver us from envy. You won't envy your Jonathan. You won't be jealous of your Jonathan. Your Jonathan will not be a source of demotivation to you. You will always draw inspiration from your Jonathan. You always draw motivation from your Jonathan. Are you hearing what I'm saying? This is a serious matter. Many of us have chased away people like that. You cannot have or become what you are envious of. If you are envious of a level, you can't have that level. If you are jealous of a thing, you can't have that thing. Hello? You can't have, you just be struggling. Even if you have it, it will soon go away. You want to create wealth, you must be able to stand wealthy people. Because the way they talk, the figures you'll be hearing will almost scatter your head. Maybe you are even looking for transport fare, or you are looking for money for fuel. And the guy is having conversation on phone. They are talking about some millions of dollars. You almost get angry. I'll soon show you where somebody got angry. I don't know whether we'll get there today. You almost just get angry and say, nonsense, rubbish. I've told you this very funny story before. A young man entered into a restaurant and asked them to give him 7 eba. With soup, no meat. And so he was trying to 7 eba wrap because he doesn't have money. And this younger person just walked in with his shoe polished, with a very powerful perfume that announced he was coming from a distance. And said hello, greeted him and sat on the other side and said, they said, what do you want? He said they should give him 1 pounded yam and 7 meat. At the moment this other guy had 7 meat, you know, some people, the moment they hear something bigger than their own, their system is totally disorganized. You have to deal with that, you know. Their system is already at war with itself. What can you be eating 7 meat? Wasting money, is it your money? Wasting money on 7 meat. His countenance has changed immediately. He was angry with somebody who didn't. Some people, look, success attracts enemy. He didn't know him from anywhere. He's just doing his own. He said he thought he was trying to oppress him. No sense. Then this guy forgot his wristwatch, his Rolex wristwatch in the car. I wanted to hurry up somewhere, wanted to know what the time is. So he said, excuse me, sir. Please, what's the time? He said, ask that meat. So you can buy meat, you cannot buy a wristwatch. Now, the anger, look, one thing about envy is that you can butt to it for a while. The day it will show up and disgrace you, you will not believe it. Jealousy and envy, the day it will embarrass you, you will not know. So deal with it before it deals with you. Deal with your envy, deal with your jealousy. Because he was already angry inside. Then, coincidentally, that one now needed to know what time is. I was trying to ask him from his own palasa wristwatch that cannot even stand his own. He said, ask Joe Smith. May you not be envious. It's a deadly disease. It attracts poverty. It repels prosperity. Because the moment you are in the midst of people that have more than you have, instead of you to celebrate them, instead of you to be motivated by their success, you be demotivated. That's satanic. That is what God sent to you to motivate you is now demotivating you. What God sent to you to challenge you, to bring out the best in you, is now bringing out the worst in you. That's Satan. May God deliver you from envy and jealousy. Say a big amen. You see, you cannot have or become what you envy. You cannot have or become what you are jealous of. You cannot have or become what you despise. Know what you despise? Nonsense. All these rich people, they don't know anything. If you're a pastor, you're watching or you're here live, your church can't be big if you envy do bigger churches. You know, some people envy bigger churches. Don't mind them. It's the ordinary crowd they have. Nobody's going to heaven there. Are you the get man in heaven? are you the one that will determine? Just getting angry over nothing. Don't mind them. Nobody is going to heaven there. And when we get to heaven, now, maybe we say, let's get to heaven. The moment you despise something, you repel that thing. The moment you can't celebrate something, you can't have that thing. I'm serious. Go and find out. So if you want to have it, celebrate it. You want to have it, you to do what? Celebrate. Be motivated by it. Be challenged by it. Be thankful to God for those people. That's how you attract it. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Those who do not appreciate other people's success repel success without knowing. They repel prosperity without knowing. You see somebody wear the latest designer, whatever, admire it and thank God for that person and move on. Don't say kilo war. No, don't say that. If you say that, you may never be able to afford that thing. I'm serious. They call it the law of attraction. That's what they call it, the law of what? Attraction. You may never be able to afford, because you're driving your 2008 Nissan. You understand what I'm saying? And somebody is driving a latest Range Rover 2022. When you see, just admire it and say, Father, thank you. Because you know one day, it will soon be your turn. But the moment you look and say, Pangolo, lasan, these people are wasting money. You are telling God that you don't want it, because your prayer is that you want it, but your heart is saying, we can't afford it. We can't accommodate it. May God deliver us from envy. Those who appreciate other people's success, they attract it. They may be busy praying. You see, there are Christians who are busy praying, fasting for wealth, but they are not comfortable with wealthy people. They believe every wealthy person is a sinner. Have you met such Christians? Anybody that has money is a sinner. He must have committed crime. Everybody that has money, there's something evil he's doing. If he's a pastor, any pastor that is church grew, he has planted cow to attract crowd. Our church was upstairs. You know, this 2-story building, ground floor, first floor, second floor. And we occupy first and second floor. We're not even at the ground floor. And some people say we planted cow. I said, where did we plant the cow? Is it inside the concrete? People will find a way to demystify what they are looking for and they have not been able to get. Don't join them. Celebrate greatness. Celebrate success. Celebrate what is good. Celebrate what you want. Celebrate the things you want. You don't have it yet. Those who have it, celebrate them. Thank God for their lives. Everybody say, I'm grateful to God for the things I don't have and my neighbor have. Be grateful to God, because once it's closer, it will soon get to your turn. Everybody say, I'm grateful to God. Let me show you how envy showed up in the life of Saul. 1 Samuel chapter 18. I'm going to continue this series, this same topic, next week, Sunday, first service. 1 Samuel 18:6. We're going to read 1 Samuel chapter 18, verse 6 to 9. Now it had happened as they were coming home. David was returning from the slaughter of the Philistines. That's after David killed Goliath. That the women had come out of all the cities of Israel, singing and dancing to meet King Saul. Who were they singing to meet? Who were they singing to meet? So that means even though Saul could not kill Goliath, it is David that killed Goliath. Saul still remained the king. Nothing has changed. The singing was to meet King Saul. Amen. With tambourine, with joy, and with musical instruments. The next verse. So the women sang as they danced and said, Saul has slain what? What has Saul slain? Thank you. David has slain what? Just 1-0 difference. Saul has slain in thousands. David has slain in 10,000. Let's see how Saul reacted to this. Then Saul was, there's envy in his life. Anytime you hear good news and you are angry, something is wrong with you. Even if you're a pastor, go and check your heart. Go and pray about it. And that poisonous thing, get it. That toxic thing, get it out of you. Because it's one of the anti-prosperity thoughts. He got angry. Even though they were trying to sing to welcome him. And then Saul was what? Very angry, and the saying displeased him. And he said, they ascribe to David 10,000s, and to me they ascribe only thousands. Now what more can he have but the kingdom? He said, let them give him the kingdom. Odidi Agbalagba. Someone that can be David's father. He's now envious of a little boy who has not even started his life. A boy of about 17 or thereabout. A whole king that owns he owns David himself. David is his personal belonging as a king. The kingdom is his own. See jealousy. So jealousy is not because you don't have as people have. You can even have more than people have and still be jealous. Have you not met people who are jealous of you and they have so much that you don't even have? They don't mind collecting the little you have, add it to their own, so that you don't have anything at all. May God forgive them. And if they are here, may God forgive them. The most dangerous people to camp with are people that are envious of you. Because when envy grows and mature, it can become anything. This thing started as anger. Look at it. Let's go to the next verse. It grew. So Saul eyed David from that day what? Can we have this verse on amplified? 1 Samuel 18. And Saul jealously eyed David from that day. So it was jealousy. Let's read from the Message. 1 Samuel 18:9. Quickly, time is gone. From that moment, Saul kept his eyes on David. That's distraction. That's what? There's no how you can be focused and be envious at the same time. Once you are envious, let me tell you what envy does. That is dangerous. It will distract you from your own goal, what you are pursuing. It will distract you from your own destiny. Because you have your own destiny. Your destiny might even be greater than the person you are jealous of. It will distract you. Every time you'll be checking. You'll be checking their social media. You can check social media to be motivated, but you'll be checking to be demotivated. Talonshi. What are you doing? You are doing yourself in English. Can I tell you? Your haters are checking your profile more than your friends. Maybe you don't know. Those who don't like you, those who are envious of you, they check you out more than your friends. They are the one that sees everything you post first. Some of them have set notification. Because they want to keep tab. David, king, keep his eyes on one person. You are the king of over 3 million people. Now it's one person that is your problem. He's already distracted. And that was why he lost the kingdom. Yeah, because you lose when you are distracted. He lost the kingdom. He lost the kingdom. He lost it to David. That will not be your purpose, your portion. I said it will not be your portion.